slowly taking one site while having like a Viper wall, creating lurk potential on the other site so that defenders can't rotate as easily. Or you have the heavy utility to punish that one or two players that are holding the site, just because the defenders are spread a little bit thin. So it looks like we're going to see a little bit of each on this map, since each team has chosen one of those schools of thought.
Windsor Gaming looking to just get that orb mound, looking to just take the orb and give it up. And yeah, Nate starting off slow. I think with they're gonna look to pull those rotates and then eventually just util dump them because
Yeah,
that
but
double initiator.
I think this is a little bit of a misdirection. Like they took that orb so
Almost
easily
coming out
and
with
for free that it created a false sense of security that there was no one here.
Rotates came out from Lancer five, and here we have Nate 5-manning the site into just the sky. Raze came over, but this is just a free site for Nate, so we'll see probably what I'm guessing a 5v5 rotate.
A little bit of damage come onto their Raze, and a lot of utility did come out. So one kill found for Lancer Gaming, scaling in, found two, and one left. As quickly as that started, it ended. Yeah, so it ended up working out a little bit in their favor. I don't think it should, but with all that utility coming in from northern Alberta, it created this opportunity where Lancer Gaming can then retake with more utility on their side, similar to what we saw towards the Ascent map when they misread the stack. And these little accidents can benefit us sometimes, but you got to think with the lack of information on North Alberta side, maybe they shouldn't have used so much utility to take that space.
Lancer Gaming is looking to try to get the orb again. 3 people from Nate looking to contest this. Let's see. I'd say here, Lancer, you get out, guys. Can't get the orb. You don't want to give up guns, but they want to fight for it. Let's see. Can't Chico do. He gets one.
Al finding the second.
Secure mound.
Dog
Al
coming
getting
in.
2 with Marshall and Fanchico, and Kaz holding down mound, and Al, sorry, gets 2 with the Marshall outside of B.
Yeah, and that round goes as good as you can possibly imagine for Lancer Gaming, but like I really feel like that could have gotten a lot worse. It's very, very greedy to play so high up versus double initiator, even with the gun advantage. You can get very heavily punished, and those are guns down and picked up by northern Alberta. Raze does have a bit of utility to get out if it is dangerous, but it's a risk that they're taking, and it did pay off.
A 5-man coming out seemingly from Nate. They said, hey, we have these double initiators. We know you guys are taking space on C, but look how fast this flank is from Lancer. Let's see, can the Lancer players on A hold them down for long enough so the flank can come out? Yep. Let's see, they're seemingly working on Kai finding 2.
Wow, good job from Kai there to hold the site and get a lot of damage on him. 3. Are we looking at a Kai ace here?
They know the last 2 players are in tree. They've cleared everything else. You gotta pincer them, guys. Al finding the 1. Let's see, can Kai get his 4K?
Oh
Kai
my, huge for Kai.
Hole.
Yeah, and again, I hate to call back over and over, but momentum-based team. 3 early rounds, winning their bonus against a gun round. Like their comms must be super, super high energy right now after those round wins, and especially after the last map win. So I'm liking their chances. This is their map pick. They're well practiced on it, and they've got the momentum. So what do you think they'll be able to hold it, Bobby? Like, what are your thoughts on this?
I am worried. We could see some deja vu. We saw the same thing on Lotus on Wednesday. They got those 5 first rounds, and then they went and then they got 13 owed in round differential. So, and that pick right there, it worries me. But as long as Lancer, as you said, can keep up his momentum, they should be okay.
Yeah.
And seemingly a brawl from door, a pinch maybe.
Yeah.
Gets 1, fighting for mound.
Yeah,
Luke getting
finds
2
2.
in there.
But they do have a free A site, Bobby. It looks like they might be able. They're going to be able to get plant down. Let's see if they have any guns. One gun from on Omen and just a sheriff
KJ
on
Turret
Breach.
spots the Omen and upper though. They knew he was trying to push out, maybe try to, lessen those numbers on Lancer Gaming.
And
So here we see.
I like this from Lancer Gaming. They understand that their only lose condition is to have one of those lurk, the Omen lurk through B. So they're going to hard re-clear B, make sure that they can't get caught out from the side before they retake together as 3. Most teams would be a little bit panicked, thinking they don't have enough time, but I like the patience out of Lancer Gaming there. They are kind of running out of time here, so they do have to speed up. They don't find the Omen. He
Going
is
into
not...
Astral Form while getting
What
shot!
the...
Alv trying to take the 1. Alv getting his 1. Breach Util coming out. Can he hold it down? No time! In Breach seemingly holding the site down nearly by himself. He had that full kit there, and he just dumped it on them on site.
Yeah, really well
Beautiful
played
post plan
from Northern Alberta. Very good timing on the Omen to find that Astra while she's going down to put util. I would have liked to see Luke place that util beforehand. Like he knows what he's gonna do with it. He knows where he's putting those smokes. So I would have liked to see that before they entered site. But, caught out in a vulnerable position with his astral form out. It happens to the best of us, but it does cost him that round.
I like this play call a lot from Lancer. They said, hey, we're going to show you maybe we're not so momentum. We lost the round we shouldn't have lost, and we're going to keep up this momentum. They pushed out A. They're leaving B unattended. They're going to go for that retake. Maybe seemingly trying to maybe go for a pinch here, but maybe not. Northern Alberta has nearly a free site, taking their time. Maybe it's too long.
Yeah, but I do like their plan this round. They showed a lot of pressure towards C in the earlier rounds. Oh, let's cut to play-by-play. We have Raze entering in. Fight does find the Viper. They aren't where the Killjoy yet. Killjoy finds one.
Alv gets one. Alv getting Breach ulted, and it's over for Alv. In KJ finding that 1, let's see, it's a 2v4 retake for Lancer. They'd like to get the guns down just because, I mean, Lancer has a great economy. They have a pretty solid economy. In, Northern Alberta, they don't have one. So Luke getting caught out there, and 1v4 Fanchico.
Very good bait from the Omen. Just clean out that round. No chances of winning there. But I do like, I know it didn't end up working out, but I like the play call from Luke. I like showing early pressure C in the other rounds and now switching that up to A, forcing them into the Killjoy Viper setup, which does increase their chance of holding that take. But unfortunately, just individual fights were lost, and they ended up closing that round out really, really well with very little damage.
Yes, and I'd be lying if I said that doesn't worry me. I'm just saying, they went for momentum-based play. They still managed to lose the round, so hopefully they just keep up this pace and they don't lose this momentum.
Yeah, and we were just bragging about that 3-0. 3-0 doesn't look very good. It looks a lot better compared to 3-2. So
Viper Breach fighting out on C. Kai finding the 1 on the Breach. Good. That's very, very good. They took out that initiator. Now all Northern Alberta has is this Sky.
Yeah, and you don't see a lot of plays like that from Kai. Like he's usually more of a supportive player. He usually is holding space for his team and getting very little info. It was very aggressive, which you don't see from him often, but it paid out. And maybe that's gonna make him start doing some more of those plays later on, as he brings up his confidence and his momentum.
Looking to get some here. Let's see. Does he get the KJ?
Yeah, is spotted and forced back. So
Northern Alberta is running into 3 here. There's nobody on site though. This is not an easy hold. You gotta give that up. You gotta give that up. Yep. And here, I mean, I say Lancer. You play for that retake. You have those numbers. You have your KJ ult. You're coming up on Astro Wall. Just slow down, play that retake. And seemingly, I mean, that's what they seem to do. Raze looking to try to get 1 CT here.
Yeah, Luke's aware of it though, and you see Luke winning those fights way too often. So
Raze asleep on the angle though. Raze 1 HP now. 5v3 retake for Lancer. And I mean, it's just a massacre in upper. Luke coming down and shorting the Raze.
What a kill from Luke. It hurts to see that Raze ult wasted, but on the other hand, is it really wasted? They got the trade, that Raze ult forced the peak. So it essentially did the same thing as the Raze ult would have done. So
My question is was the Raze ult really necessary in the first place? They had the damage on the enemy Raze. They had the numbers. I mean, it's like I understand securing the round. I mean, you want to keep up your momentum, but I mean that Raze ult, I mean, it's pretty big, especially coming into these other ults that Northern Alberta has, especially this Cager ult. That Raze ult can slow them down, and it really helps out. But they
you
ended
know
up
what?
securing the round anyways.
I see what you're saying, but on the other hand, I'd like to raise the point of momentum and how important that is for this team. So like shutting off their momentum 2 rounds wins in a row, I'm okay with seeing that Raze alt invested to make sure that we are back on the winning side.
Definitely.
Even
in
if it
Northern
is
Alberta,
a little bit of an overextend, I think it's an overextend that might be needed.
yeah, and Fanchico, he wanted to push out a lobby again, try to see what he could do, because he thought it almost worked last round, but I mean he just gets caught out. And Northern Alberta looking to go towards the C or B sites here, and B is completely open. So let's see if they can catch this out and end up hitting it.
I think they've recognized that there's a little bit of A pressure, so it looks like they're coming back out to re-clear that space. We haven't rotated over yet. It's still only 2 towards A-B side, so their chances do look good of finding this kill on Kaz. So I hope he does fall back. He recognizes that there's too much pressure for one man to handle. But it looks like they're gonna have mostly a free site. Early ult out of
No, that's it. I like that ult. They have the flankers. See, look, the flankers here. Kai getting one. Let's see, can they keep him contained? Astro Smoke's coming down. They look like they want to go back towards the A side, and Alv left. It's just Kaz. Do they clear him?
They are going breakable. Not aware of the other player, but does find 2 before he's traded out in the vulnerable. Oh, that's a fight you don't want to take. And Killjoy left alone. Yeah, honestly, my first thought was, why are we doing this? But if you look at the flank, they have the control of breakable and the 2 players on site. That Northern Alberta is just forced into this gigantic map pinch. So what an ult out of Al, and what I'm glad to see the team just totally on the same page about how to close out that round.
I mean, where was this team Wednesday? I mean, here these plays. I mean, they're articulated, they're perfect, and Lancer is they're so proactive. I mean, this team is looking a completely different team. But I mean, just got to keep up this momentum. Cannot get shut down. Cannot let your mental. Cannot lose that mental game.
Yeah, I think that was a big. About to see some action.
Ow, whipping. Still finds the one, but that's a gun down from Lancer. That's really good for Northern.
A little bit of an aggressive play on their eco, like but
finding 2 on C as well with bomb.
It really doesn't matter the mistakes they make if Luke is gonna have games like this. Yeah, you can have 1 kill, you can have 1 gun, but Luke is just gonna rip 2 back from you. It does not matter.
And they noticed, they said, hey, we knew the sky was on B. Let's make sure mound re-clearance. Not going to be a whole lot of people.
Does spot Kai. He knows he's playing behind mound, but 2v1, a little bit too much for him to handle. If you want
Alv, I mean, he's 10-2. I mean, I guess he wanted that aggressive play, but it wasn't Northern Alberta's buy round. You got to be careful.
Yeah,
be careful.
He wanted it, but I don't think it was correct. And as you were saying, like, this is a different team from Wednesday. I think after that game, it was a bit of a shocker for them. It was a bit of a wake-up call. They got into team talks, and they said, hey, like, we really need to focus up. We need to make sure that momentum doesn't kill us the way it raises us up. And
here we see a 4-stack C from Lancer, but Northern Alberta wants to 5-hit A. I mean, purely opposite. Northern Alberta, let's see, do they get a call on this flank, or is it just a blender on site? Raze ult coming out as well. See, and this is good for Lancer though, because they've played retake a lot, and so they're just thinking they're playing retake, not about this pinch.
Yeah, I think they are spotted on flank by the alarm bot, but they have a lot of util to break into this site. And but Alv getting taken down gives them a little bit of space on the other side.
spraying through smoke. Sky ult coming out too. Just trying to secure this round. More sprays through smokes. Luke taking heavy damage. Looking to try to raise some questions tree here. Makes you wonder. I mean, here I think you play for their exit. You get those guns down. They went for it. Unfortunate. What a round.
They wanted it. But I agree. In a situation like this, where the other team is low money, you could really just kind of choke their economy by getting a few guns, playing those exits. Round win is not really much of a problem anymore. It's not really a foreseeable future. So I would have liked to just make sure they can't have those guns coming into next round.
And here we see seemingly another mound take for, I mean, Lancer Gaming. They said, hey, it worked last time, let's do it again. But, I mean, Northern Alberta says, hey, A was free last time, maybe it'll be free again.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit confident in their ability to retake once they get that flank on. Didn't work last round, but I think they don't think the play was the problem, just maybe the execution.
Yes, and Alv pushed out of B once again, got picked off. I mean, and that just made B site such a free take as well with this KJ ult. I mean, you know, we got to be more careful.
Yeah, but Kai spotted out on A, so it doesn't look like we have a potential for that late door push.
This is going to be a very difficult retake for Lancer Gaming. I mean, here we see Northern Alberta just so spread out, playing so many different angles, but we'll see Fanchico and Luke finding the one, breach ult stun coming out. Gaz finding the Omen, trying to spray them down. Let's see that they got the guy upper, breach ult coming out as well with the Ash. I like that wall. Spray through smoke. Sky getting one, playing under, and Luke gets some.
I don't know if they have the time, though.
It's going to be down to the seconds. It's going to be down to the seconds.
Oh, very close.
Unfortunate.
Very well played, though. You know what? Like, I see this out of Luke so often, and it's what makes him such a good teammate. But no one was aware of that Raze B main for that late peak when they try and take through site, like site through door through to B main. No one was aware of it. But despite that, Luke always holds the angle his teammates aren't watching, and he was ready for that Raze peak, and he took down that Raze, and it actually increased their chances that round from 0 to 90%, I'd say. And it's why it's so good to have him on your team.
Northern Alberta looking to try to secure A rubble, you know, those early spots in A, because that Viper wall, I mean, it does kind of just, I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, but it does give them that space. So Northern Alberta is trying to take tree. Banshee getting caught out with that dog, and it's just Sky on site, but it looks like they want to go B split here again from Breakable.
Yeah, I don't think they're aware of Cairo on the wrap yet. Oh, it does open the doors. They are aware of him, but looks like they do have B site again. Kaz trying to push off this Omen. Omen does ult away. He does get canceled. Does get canceled. Does he calm that to his teammate? Kaz, yep, finding the Omen.
Gets caught out. Dog doesn't hit. Fighting Breakable. Kern finding one. Alv just running out upper, getting caught out.
Yeah,
Kaz 1v3.
I don't like his chances in this round. There, it is a 3v1, and Raze does have that space in Waterfall. Not aware of him yet, so I don't really think Kaz has a chance here. Does find two! He doesn't know about the Raze, though. Bounce. Oh, wow.
That late Raze Waterfall saving them the round.
Yep. Wow. Really good performance from Kaz, but, you know, he was in such an impossible situation. I don't know. We're not seeing much of a hot game from Danny, or sorry, I apologize, Fanchico. After watching him on Jet last round, last map, you know, he had a lot better performance then, and right now we have Luke, Kaz, and Alv, and Kai all putting out some numbers and some big plays this round. But you know, I want to see him warm up a little bit. I know he does have problems playing on the varsity computers.
All breaking out on B. Sky flashes late. They still find the two. In here, I mean, Northern Alberta, they gotta take this mountain. Let's see what can Luke do on C by himself.
Does see the TP. Wow, one free kill.
It's a TP. Does he get the Raze? Raze satchel. Luke getting caught out, but not before he gets one. Let's see 4v2 retake for Lancer Gaming, let's see what can they do here.
Yeah, and what do they have here? We still have a Skydog. We have a couple satchels and a Molly. So, our chances are looking really good here. It's gonna be hard for Northern Alberta to pull out a win from this situation.
Seems like they wanted to take their time at first, try to play those numbers. Raze finding the one on Alv. Fanchico gets the Raze. Razel also coming out, and Auric just getting sprayed down.
Well played from Danny there, getting the trade, and then pulling out that ultimate to bait for his teammate. You know, I was giving him a bit of a hard time in pre-round, but I do like how he played that. So, you know, I hope he sees this in the VOD and doesn't blame me too hard for it, you know? But yeah, he has a little bit of difficulty playing on the setup at the varsity room, but you know, like last game we saw quite a lot of good things out of him, so I was hoping to see it again this game.
Yeah, and that was a very, very big round for Lancer. You know, they lost 3 in a row, and I mean, they need to keep these rounds up. You know, they got to keep going. They got to keep up this momentum, and you know, winning that round really just had to slow down Northern Alberta. So, very, very good round, and you know.
I like that they closed out defense with a win, because like, you know, every round one is actually 2 points differential. So like each round is very, very big. This could have been 6-6, instead it's 5-2, 5-7. So you know, I'm happy with it. I'll take that. I think their attack is actually pretty good as well. Is spotted on the flash.
Northern Alberta pushing out from Mound. Flash comes out.
Yeah, punished for that over aggression.
One on the lurk as well. He gets traded B though. Let's see. They know where 2 of the players are. Yeah, you regroup and go A here. I mean, you know the breach is B. You know the sky is C.
And
Sky.
Viper does have a lot of space towards A. Oh, so over aggressive from Kai. Come on, man. Your teammates are coming. Let's just wait for you to be in a tradable position before you make that step.
Now it's a 3v3 retake, but here we have Auric coming on from the flank, gonna catch out Kaz. Now from a 4v2 now to a 2v3 for Lancer Gaming. Let's see, can Fanchico do something from under?
Yeah, and you know Kai is kicking himself right now for that mistake, because it made the round so much harder for them.
Lancer Gaming, like, come on, guys. I mean, we had that round in the bag, and they just seemingly, I mean, they threw the round.
We found the early kills. We found the early pressure. We got the early. Then we rotated into the space we had on A, and still round lost. So you know, I don't think that had an issue to do with the play calls. I think that was more an issue of overstepping our boundaries. You know, we have to be a little bit careful about that. It looks like we're going into a tech pause due to some computer issues. So I believe it will pause at 10, and I will switch over to the pause screen until the player is back. So we will be right back, okay? And we're back. It looks like the tech pause is over. We have PC back on. And we're ready to start the match.
Yes, and I mean here from Lancer, they had just an unfortunate round, and so far what we've seen a lot from them is when they have these rounds and they want to keep up this momentum, they go for a crazy play, and here we're seeing it, a 5-man run down B, and B seems like the very very weak side from Northern Alberta.
I like this on pistol because B take is very easy and it can get you set up into these really hard spots to clear out. Like look at this all this space they have waterfall.
Taking C Link now, trying to get the one, Hasty finding him. Fanchico wants him.
He does go for more.
Hasty does get traded though. Let's see. It is a 4v3 retake for Northern Alberta. They have the site, but we have 2 Lancer Gaming players in C Link, so we'll have to see what they can do with that.
They have a lot of utility to stall. 2 Killjoy mollies, and I'm assuming an Astra suck for bomb. With these stingers and these close angles, like I'm liking their chances.
And Alv just poking them, prodding them from main. They don't know about Luke staying.
What a timing from Luke. If you notice, Bobby, during that waterfall push, the Sky and the Killjoy did not see Luke yet. They did see Kaz, they did see Fanchico, but once those 2 players were taken down, they thought waterfall was safe. And that stinger with the vulnerability, like, it's such an easy kill for Luke to pick up. Very, very well played from him, if you ask my opinion.
What a round from Lancer Gaming. We really like to see that for this team. You see this momentum, and I mean, here, we got to see what they can do here. Looking to go maybe somewhat into sort of a default, but they want to take this mound. Pushing up on the mound, trying to get the orbs here, just farm these, and I think, honestly, yeah, Lancer Gaming wants to take C here. Ray's coming out. Do they get these 2 players trying to go out? Luke finds them, and Sky gets out, but here we see Alv getting one on the lurk. Alv looking for another. Unfortunate from Alv.
What I love seeing out of Luke is like how good his does clear the corner. Good job. I do like seeing how good his utility usage is. Whether he's on KO, whether he is on Astra, he's always setting up his team so well for these kills. And it just makes it so much harder for the enemy team when they're working against a gun and utility placed on them correctly. Like he's such a good person to have on your team because he just understands utility usage so well.
Yes, definitely. I think that just makes him such a good IGL. And overall, pretty solid round from Lancer. We saw Northern Alberta try to do something there in CT, and it just got shut down.
Yeah, it was a really well played round. They made sure they converted their rebuy last round into another round win. Now they have a bonus with really good econ. So if we want to see, if you're rooting for Northern Alberta, you're really going to want to see a round win here with very little damage because, this is their buy with very little money left over. So a round lost here is going to be a huge hit to their chances of winning this game.
Yes, and this almost looks like a fake from Lancer Gaming. That dog coming out early, though, in my opinion. Nobody was there, but Northern Alberta maybe having a spot on it. There's still 3 mound, and maybe Lancer just takes A here.
I think with how early that Sky utility came out, it's easy to read that it's a fake, but it was only the Sky utility that came out, right? They've got to be aware that if no other
door.
See, I like the timing here, right before the A players start walking into site, because that's when it's like immediate. They're like, okay, Sky utility here. It puts the idea in the players' heads that there are pressure towards C. Looks like they took full control of Heaven. They're aware that Killjoy has ult, and I don't think they want to allow Killjoy to be able to use it on this retake.
I don't like this spot from Fanchico, though. Maybe he's just playing for the smoke drop. He is. Here we see they're trying to they're taking stairs, slight pressure in upper, and here we see their defender Killjoy ult coming out too, getting everyone off site. This is a very good retake from Northern Alberta.
Yeah, looks like Fanchico going for one.
Utility coming out too. Kai
Bomb
finding
tapped.
the one. Sticking bomb here. Breach flash coming out here and securing it around with the stick.
There was a lineup there. My heart fluttered for just a second seeing those two line up. It looked like it was about to be a double kill for Luke. Did have suck for bombs, so you know, like that could have turned into a one round very, very quickly. But you know, it was cleaned up by Northern Alberta. And you know, that's what you want to see if you're rooting for them. They were on their very last bye, so you know that is something you want to see out of them. That round is very huge for them. So yeah, good for them to close that out.
And here we see another mount take. Fanchico is all the way up, but he
finds one off the stun.
The raise. Does Lancer want this Z or do they want the orb? What are we doing? They are running it down on them. Utility coming out from Northern Alberta, and Lancer seeming to fall off. They have that space up A. Kai is pretty far up. Does he keep going? Yes, Lancer Gaming seem to go A. They have this Astra. They have this KJ set up in very, very good spots.
Yep.
We'll have to see what they can do here. A is looking free. They got to take this A site fast, though, because with those people like playing in those spots, you're not going to have these numbers.
Wait. This is not... It's not an A take. It's an A fake. Oh, my
Even
God.
with Fanchico
What a
coming
play.
up to secure the fake. They don't know Fanchico clearing out sight, seeming to say, hey, sight was free, guys. There's nobody here. How long does it
the rotates
take?
did come, so like this C site is free. They might not know it. They might... Oh, Fanchico does find one on the other side too, so potential for a wrap. Oh, another timing. Does not find the kill though.
Omen Blind coming out. Kai finding that. Luke trying to get the Sky. Sky getting two there. They don't know about Alv though. They have Raze coming mound. Sky trying to delay on site. Alv finds one water. Just one left. One man in a dream. Or it finds one.
Yeah, they found out about Alv, but they found out about him with a bullet in the back of the head. So, you know, very, very good positioning for Alv. Very, very good call from I wonder if Luke set up that call from the beginning of the round or if that was an audible to show early pressure C into the Viper lurk up A, bringing players over to there, and then Raze ulting out to sell the fake for them to go back C. Like, wow, what a masterclass of a call from Luke. And
especially with those players, you know, sticking around to just make sure that that Northern Alberta wasn't retaking that space. They knew, hey, they're not here. They're probably rotating.
Yeah, you know, I'm seeing some brilliance from them that I was not seeing on Wednesday. So you know, I don't know if it was the team talks or just players stepping up, but you know, they are playing so different. And it's not even about the other team that they're playing. It's not that this team is not as good as the other team they're playing. They are playing so much better, so much more together than they were on Wednesday.
Fanchico spotting two on C here. Race on door. They have 4 towards C site with the ult coming out. It looks like they want to fake C. Omen doesn't know. Does Omen spot anyone on the jump P?
They are able to overlap their util and destroy that Killjoy ult. With the Killjoy buffs, one piece
Omen
of
is close. He's getting pushed off. He manages to make it out. This is a free site for Lancer Gaming on A.
Yep, bomb does come down. They do have Killjoy in a position to wrap here. They're aware of it, but you know, like how much time can you really invest in holding that Killjoy when bomb is ticking down?
With KJ Turp being picked up at the perfect time. Wow, but we have the breach staying in breakable. Let's see, we also have players coming out from upper. Kai finding one in stairs. Kai finding the breach too.
What a timing from Alv. Breach was holding it when that alarm bot came down, but he dropped the angle just as, you know, Alv took that peek.
Northern Alberta having a free site. It's going to be a brawl. Luke finding one, and it's just a massacre on site from Lancer Gaming.
I'm one step closer to match point, you know, like I like our chances. I'm liking how the team is playing. And, you know, you really have to get props for them after how poor Wednesday went. You know, they really changed their game. They kind of adjusted to how they need to play in this competitive setting. You know, like Canadian Nationals is a lot more competitive than what they're playing regularly. So.
And you have to admire these play calls too from Luke. I mean, these play calls are just amazing. You know, going for a C fake, you know, twice in a row. It's just you know, gotta give him props on it. And
Yeah.
Northern Alberta seemingly taking rubble, might looking at like a brawl mount here.
Yeah, but
Falling
again,
off.
we're seeing a lot of misdirection from Lancer Gaming. Like they're really trying to pull util, pull rotates, just give them no idea of where the hit is coming next.
Here we see Breach Ult coming out. Does it shut them down with the 2 players rubble? Omen finding one. There's 3 players rubble. There's no way Lancer Gaming still goes for this contest, do they? Yeah,
Yeah.
Lancer Gaming seeming to fall off from A main. All the worked up all the way B makes you wonder. Yep, they're airing for that B hit, but the Sky Flash coming out and spotting Alv.
They are aware of him, but the Killjoy is a little bit pushed up, a little bit aggressive towards the C site. So we might be seeing a door open on their take, with trying to create some sort of crossfire. Oh, it looks like they're opening door towards going C. Will they find this Killjoy? This Killjoy might be, if he's patient, he could be good for 1, good for 2.
We also still have Kaz in a good spot here. Let's see, maybe Northern Alberta. Let's see, what can they do? Kaz getting caught out though. They clear the KJ. KJ finds 1. KJ gets 2. KJ going for the 3. Can't get it. Wow, what a round.
Yeah.
Honestly,
a round
you look
from
at
Hasty.
Iron. Yes. In Northern Alberta, like the play calls there were spot on. You know, they held down mount control. They said, "Hey, we know you guys are, you know, you're doing this misdirection. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna contest this space, and we're gonna make sure we know where you're not." Especially with that rubble play as well. I mean, we saw what was it, Omen and Ray's rubble as well with the Breach Ult coming out from Breakable. I mean, really just shutting down Lancer Gaming that round.
Yeah, I think the Lancer Gaming was a little bit choked out. They were forced off of the A space. They rotated into B, and then they were forced out there with more util, and they realized, like, let's go C, but they had the Killjoy ready for that to punish them.
The open door. Auric finding 1. Hasty finding 2. Hasty finding another one. Alv does get the trade on Hasty though. Auric wants to open the door and fight more though.
A lot of damage onto the Sky though, so this is a winnable round. 1 found by Kai. 2v3 here, but only 1 left on site.
Rays did have all that space rubble. Do we have Northern Alberta seeming to just give up all this space? You know, maybe just protecting this B hit and seeming something coming out from Alvin, Kai, and Main.
I think they're looking to just group up, trade each other off. They know the Killjoy's low. They know it's a 3v2. So all they're looking for is to make sure that kills go traded. It's a numbers game at this point.
Off the Sky. Sky is close to Kai. Kai barely gets the...
But both team members for Lancer Gaming 1 HP. So, you know, I hope they're playing around this Viper all. They're... Oh, the timing.
Did they get the Breach? Breach finds 1. Breach getting both.
Yeah, it really hurts to, you know, to be invested in this team, and it's a bit of a nail biter moments like that. Both 1 HP, looking for that breach kill, and turning around right as he's about to enter the Viper ult. They do decide to peek out of it, but you know, it's 1 HP and 1 HP versus full. So.
Definitely. And here from Lancer Gaming, I'd like to see a full site take. You know, they've been doing that misdirection. You know, maybe just, you know, try another full site take. I mean, I know they tried that B hit, but it just really they just got staggered. And I mean, It looks like we're looking into another Lancer Gaming special with this misdirection.
Yeah, if Luke calls for a full hit soon, it would show his experience as an IGL, right? Like the pacing on all of your attack rounds so far have been these slow misdirection clears, these slow taking space, lurking up, but I feel like at this point they're not going to rotate too fast, knowing how you guys play. So a slow hit would be pretty, or a fast 4 hit would be really nice coming up in these rounds.
And here we see a fast hit does indeed manage to come out from Lancer Gaming onto the C site, but it is a 5v4 retake for Northern Alberta with that KG ult as well, the Omen ult as well, maybe just to, you know, get that information. But I mean, Lancer Gaming also does have Waterfall here, so we'll see what they can do.
But Bobby, if you've noticed, every single round in which this KJ has had ult, we have our players pushing up for deep space, choking
Kaz
out.
and Fanchico finding 1. Kaz seems to overheat, get its caught out from Breach. Fanchico,
not a lot of time left before the Killjoy ult.
Looking to get that sucked on Bomb. Breach, they forgot about him, gets traded.
Man, Alv cannot die there. He's the only thing delaying Spike for the Killjoy ult. Oh, out
Fanchico
finding one.
finds one.
Oh, finds two.
Fanchico!
Let's go,
Fanchico!
Fanchico.
What a clutch!
Yeah, and you
Gets
know,
the trade from Breach and gets them on site.
and you know he was having a rough time this game. You know he wasn't performing too well towards the early game, but you know we see him picking it up. We see him in these clutch moments, pushing up, taking space, getting those final kills. Like really, I love seeing him get more and more comfortable as the game goes on. And you know he's really showing up now and being a really big impact for his team.
Definitely. I mean, you just love to see it. It was very interesting, though. They seem to forget about the breach, but I mean, it worked out in the end.
Yeah, and especially playing on the duelist role, like you really need to expect some really big impact plays from them. And Danny's been having trouble. Not that he's a bad player, but just finding his comfort zone and his rhythm with his teammates.
They don't seem to clear out rubble. Kaz still finds the raise, though. Let's see. There's a breach and omen towards his A site, but I mean, honestly, seeing Lancer Gaming, I don't think they execute on A here. Looking to clear towards Breakable. They said Breakable's clear, but they're still running into that breach, and KJ's gonna look to come back, and Omen in tree getting caught out, though. Lancer Gaming does actually seem to look to hit A.
Yeah, Fanchico taking sight with the util following him. He's not going to get over aggressive. He understands that with plant he gets ult, and it is a 3v4. He doesn't want to give any of those kills away. Just make sure his team's conscious about drop. We don't know. Okay, safe. Any?
Doesn't get the door. We have a Kaz flank coming out, but I'm worried it might be too late. Bomb is planted good for drop, though. Let's see. Site is very contested right now. Breach walking up as Fanchico. Get him. Fanchico seemingly not aware. Flash comes out in tree.
Oh my
Luke
god,
finds him.
good kill
Flash
from
coming
Luke.
out.
KJ is vulnerable. Luke
KJ
finds the
Luke
kill.
coming out seemingly. Luke
A little over aggressive jumping through that vulnerable, but it does pay off.
From Lancer in tree. What a hold. We saw the three players hold everyone back. I mean, regardless, you can't forget, Kaz had that flank down regardless. I mean, I think, very,